on the film. And I think after learning about the statistics around postpartum hemorrhage in particular, and statistics around maternal mortality, I took this trip to my mother's home country in El Salvador, pregnant, spending time with other pregnant mothers, and I just felt this catalytic moment of I can relate because of the complication. I always knew that pregnancy and childbirth were sort of connected to other women in the world, but I didn't realize that it was the complication, in fact, that connected me to so many other women beyond my wildest dreams. So I set out to make this movie. I thought of it as a movie, as not being a filmmaker, because I realized that I had the ability to travel and to meet so many women around the world that so many people in this country will never know and never meet. And I thought that film would be the perfect medium to be able to connect so many of us to these issues. I think that women in America in particular are left out of this dialogue that we've been having this last day and over the years of many of your hard work in this area. And I wanted to engage civil society in this country with these issues on a global level.
And what has been the reaction? Because you've brought a lot of people into the community, and by you doing this, and the film is so beautiful. And we were talking about again that you had a story from the United States, which is sort of a rare comparison there. What has been the reaction?
Well, I always knew that I wanted the U.S. in this story. I learned very shortly after I learned the global statistics that the U.S. was doing so poorly and we're behind 40 other countries in the area of maternal mortality. So it was critical to me, and in knowing that I wanted to convey these stories to people who may have never traveled, and it would be a big leap. I wanted to bring it as close as possible to our own experience, our daily birthing experience. And I guess the reaction really has been, I only just premiered this film 6 weeks ago at the Tribeca Film Festival. We had 5 sold-out audiences to the public, and most of those people were actually women, families that didn't really know much about the issues, but they were mothers, or they were sisters, or they were aunts, and they connected very deeply. And so on the level of just emotional engagement, which I think is an amazing, vital first step to take before you can sort of open your world. I mean, my world was really opened after my complication and then learning the statistics. I think all of us, given that 15% of all births, there could be a complication, I think so many of us had a complication or survived a complication and realized how lucky we are and take for granted the access and the resources that we do. And I just wanted to do that, and it's already happening. So
when you showed a clip of this film at the UN in September, and I think most of you have been to the UN, right? For something, raise your hands. You know, it's not a quiet place, am I right? It's not like everything stops. But when you showed the film, everyone stopped moving. And they just watched. And it was such an interesting reaction, because as a media person, I thought, well, don't you know this? But was it the power of the images? Why do you think it's had such an effect?
I think particularly at that meeting last September, we just showed a 5-minute trailer and we were still working on the project. But I think what's so important to remember that as we talk about the statistics and the data and the numbers are in and of themselves overwhelming and very, very impactful. But the stories, I think we keep hearing the individual stories and the personal experiences that are what really connect people to the larger statistics. And I think that's what people were moved by in that particular meeting.
Nan,